This is the GTChair G107-35X, currently about $1,300 at M-Wave in Australia, which would be roughly $900 in America. I was thinking of buying it because it's a high quality mesh chair, and I wanted mesh because Australian summers get way too hot. On these closed back chairs, I find it hard to work because I'm just sweating like crazy. But before I get to the review of the chair, I'll give you some history and why I was even considering spending so much. Like many people, I've spent thousands on computers, but never over $200 on a chair. I used to just buy those office chairs. They were comfortable, but I started having back problems from sitting down all day. So first, you should be getting up once every 30 minutes, just to stretch out your back and do some exercise if you can, because unless you're doing something for your back health, no chair, no matter how good it might be, is actually going to save it. They even say that it's better to get up 30 times for 1 minute than it is for 1 time for 30 minutes. So keep that in mind. Humans were not meant to sit down all day. Who knew? Then I got the Corsair T1 Race, my first actual gaming chair, and my back started to feel a lot better. Not perfect, but better. It's lasted really well. Been using it for years now. Great chair. But again, it just gets way too hot during summer. So I looked for something with mesh, because not only will it allow your skin to breathe more, you can also put a fan behind you, or air conditioning can actually get to you better. There are plenty of mesh chairs available. A quick Amazon search shows some really cheap ones, but most of them only have the back as mesh, and they don't seem to have any support for the structure. It is impossible for me to test all these chairs, but I would assume that we would get what we pay for with this stuff, and the quality wouldn't be high. Then you have to decide if mesh is worth it, or you just want to get a gaming chair. Anyway, I wanted to know if a chair like the G107-35X is actually worth the money. No reviews on it, so I reached out to them and asked if I could get one in exchange for an honest review. So this isn't sponsored, I'll be completely honest about it as usual, but yes, it was sent to me for review purposes. Let's start from the start. Big box, only a few parts, most of it is already assembled. All you have to do is put the wheels on, using the super simple instructions on the box, put the chair on the base, use the tool that's included to put on the headrest, which you basically just screw into place, and despite being slightly awkward for one person, none of it was really a problem, and that's it. Much easier than other chairs I've had to assemble like the Corsair T1 Race, and I love how much it opens the setup too. Having a see-through chair makes it look much bigger. As for the comfort, okay, the comfort didn't wow me. I've had chairs so comfortable they caused back problems. I'm hoping this one is good for my back, because it forces me to have a better posture. It does have a fair few options though, starting with lumbar support that goes up and down a little. And you can change the angle of the back by pressing these buttons on both sides at the same time. To adjust the back, there's a lever under the left armrest. Click it in to release, then push back, and it won't lock again until you pull the lever again. You don't have to give it a setting though, as it has a tension knob on the right. Just tighten that to suit your weight. On the other side is the height adjustment. The bottom of the chair goes from about 45 centimeters to 53 centimeters. You can also raise the armrests. Basically, they click in at each level, and if you want to go back down, you bring them all the way up to the top and then start again. They also rotate a bit, but I think this is actually bad. It doesn't provide enough movement, but it turns when you try to move the chair by the armrest. So in my opinion, it's a bit of a pointless feature. They do feel good though, nice and padded. There is some movement of course with the adjustments, but they don't wobble too much. On the left you have a button to move the base forward or back. And now with all the adjustments made, the chair does feel a lot more comfortable. And on a hardwood floor, the wheels glide fairly nicely. Very little sound. Here's a listen to them rolling. But they're not as nice as the T1 Race's rollerblade wheels. However, those wheels don't work on carpet. They dig in too much. Whereas these wheels are wide and do actually work well on hard surfaces and soft. Most of the construction is metal, including the base and back frame, but the armrests are plastic. It seems pretty solid though, very few sounds when moving around in it. Great for a nice and quiet workspace. It's only when moving the back up and down that I get sound. Now to conclude, I don't think mesh will ever be as comfortable as a standard chair can be, because it's just one piece of cloth that's stretched tight to hold our weight, and you can't put pillows on it without defeating the purpose, although you could when it's cold. That said, I've been using this chair full time, and I'm really starting to like it. It's great having the customization to suit what I want. I think we're paying extra for all the customization. It's really good to have, and the quality is there, but best of all for me, the back and the bottom are both mesh, and it's been much cooler during summer. So the verdict? Okay, as someone who likes to save money, I still find it really hard to get my head around spending so much on a chair. But chairs are meant to last for years, These have a 2-year warranty according to MWave, but on the GTChair website, they say 5 years. I was changing computers every 2 years and spending a lot more, so in that way, I'd get more use out of the chair. And I'm trying to develop the mindset of investing in my health more, instead of just my entertainment. The same goes for foods. If you're skipping buying foods that are good for you because they're too expensive, but then spending a fortune on a graphics card, then you're investing in your entertainment more than your health. And with that in mind, and because I need one more chair, I think I'm going to buy another mesh chair. Because overall, yes, I think they're worth it, despite scaring me a bit with the high price tag. If I wasn't in a hot climate though, well, it's still early days. I think I'll have to do an update video in a year or so, and let you know how my back feels, and whether or not I think these chairs are better for posture than the standard gaming chairs. So I hope that helps for now. Big thanks to MWave and GTChairs for sending this one out for review and testing. Usual links in the description if you want to help support what I do, and as always, subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.